I don't understand the problem here. Okay, let's see. Earth is seen from the DSCOVR spacecraft with the epic instrumentation. Lagrange point is 1.5 million kilometers. Moon is 384,400 kilometers. Still waiting for the point to get here. It's on the slow bus. It's on that fucking short bus that they always have running. Come on now, you can speed up and get there a little bit quicker. My grandmother drives faster than this. What the fuck, man? What up, heathens? How you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. So tonight we're talking about the moon hoax. There's this community of people out there that think that the moon landing was faked because of a lot of science that they don't understand. And so a lot of people have made videos where apparently they prove that the moon landing was a hoax. So we're going to be looking at one of those tonight. And just so you know, this has overwhelmingly positive comments and views and just feedback on the video. It has almost 200,000 views on YouTube. So it's not like this is just something that has like 30 views. This is substantial. Or at least that's what it seems like.
What's up, everybody? It's DarkSkyWatcher.
What up, DarkSkyWatcher? I'm glad to see that you use Chrome. I use Chrome as well.
January 3rd, 2016. How is everybody? I hope you guys had an amazing New Year.
I did. I also am a fan of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which you can't see it right now, but he has a wallpaper that is Star Wars Force Awakens. So I'm both saddened and happy to see that.
Start this year out with an epic conspiracy theory. Well, it's not a theory at this point. Not from what I'm looking at here.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. He has a picture of the Earth and the Moon in the background. I guess, I don't know, maybe he can't see the moon lander like on it. I don't know.
I have on the browser here a website. This is from NASA. Okay.
So you know this is official. This is officially fake shit right here. I mean, they pull out all the stops over there at NASA. They got great CGI specialists. You know, probably from LucasArts. That's why he's a fan of the Star Wars franchise. I mean, they do all the best, like, movie moon landing stuff.
Own stuff, guys. This just came out. The stuff that I'm looking at here is from July 16th, 2015.
You mean it's from July 16th, 2015, and, like, for some reason, nobody's been like, guys, we really shouldn't put this up. I mean, it disproves the moon landing completely. So I don't even know why you want to risk it getting it out there, because, you know, DarkSkyWatcher is definitely watching our ass on YouTube.
Can any of you already see what's wrong with this picture and where I might be going with this epic new conspiracy here that we're about?
No, I have no fucking idea, other than the fact that the title is, what the fuck, NASA just proved their own moon landing photos as a hoax.
To try and bust wide open? I have my doubts about the moon. Everybody does.
No, I don't think anybody really has any kind of doubts about the moon. I don't. Other than that one guy who thinks that the moon was dropped off here 11,000 years ago by, like, space truckers, who were just looking to dump some, like, galactic pile of crap somewhere. Oh wait, no, there it was. It was a moon base so that they could abduct kids. Just in the relative, like, past, like, 25 years ago. Since then, they've been abducting kids from the moon. Goddamn reptiles.
A lot of people are really on the moon landings being faked. Well, we're going to take a look at some stuff here. And we're going to compare a few things. And we're going to see if it holds up and if the two things jive. And it's going to be up to you guys to really make the final call.
Okay, like, seriously, if it was, like, legit, like, proof that the moon landing was a hoax, I don't think that it would be up to us Like, I think that the evidence would speak for itself. But of course, no. It's up to you guys as to whether or not you drink the Kool-Aid of the fucking moon landing that we have massive evidence for, we have math to prove, and we have all this shit. Or you could choose not to eat the red pill and go down the rabbit hole and see how fake the moon landing is.
You're going to have to decide deep within yourself whether or not you can go with what the mainstream is saying or with the evidence that I'm about to present you.
You know he voted Trump because he hates the mainstream media because it's all just fake news. You know, like the moon landing.
Let's jump into this, guys.
You guys ready to dive in? Are we ready to figure out, whether or not the moon landing is a hoax, despite the fact that we have like video from like 17 freaking missions up there? I don't know, guys. It could be a hoax. Let's dive into it. All right, since he's not going to do us the favor of narrating his own freaking video here, I'm going to do it. Though I'm not going to do it the kind of justice he wants it done. I'm going to do it the Southern trucker justice. Did we make it to the moon the way NASA claims? This has been a question of much debate for decades. Or decades, as the Mexicanos would say it. What I am about to show you was released in July of 2015 by NASA themselves. Did they just make a fatal mistake? Well, they had females working on this, so it might have been a female fatale. NASA has released images of the transit of the moon in front of the full sunlit disk of the Earth, captured by NASA's Earth polychromatic imaging camera. Epic! Like this evidence. Epic! Alright, could we get to the fucking point, please? Epic Earth polychromatic imaging camera is a 10-channel spectroradiometer, 317 to 780 nanometers on board. NOAA's DS cover, Deep Space Climate Observatory spacecraft. Epic provides 10 narrow-band spectral images of the entire sunlit face of the Earth. This was copied directly off of Wikipedia using a 2048 by 2048 pixel CCD charge-coupled device detector coupled to a 30-centimeter aperture Cassegrain telescope. Figure 1. Small as shit, because guess what? I don't know how to resize stuff and edit properly. The DSCOVR spacecraft is located at the Earth-Sun Lagrange L1 point, giving Epic a unique angular perspective that will be used in science applications to measure ozone. Now I'm just sounding drunk as shit because that's the only way this shit makes any kind of fucking sense in the current context. Aerosols, cloud reflectivity, and height, vegetation properties, and UV radiation estimates at Earth's surface. Whew. Giving you enough time to read all this shit. He could have just put a Wikipedia article up here and just narrated it. I don't know. I don't know why he's got to... Well, okay, kid, go back in there before...
There is a kid in there.
I don't care if there's a kid here right now. You're supposed to be in your room.
Hey!
Look, I'll put you back in the drunk tank, little mister.
No
No more.
I'm not going back in there.
Never?
Nope.
I will strap you with duct tape in there,
Come on,
boy.
I'm taking you to the drunk tank. Let's go, kid.
Father of the year here. I'll put you in the drunk tank, boy. Okay. This is an official Apollo 17 photo, and we can see Earth in the background here. I am about to show you Earth from lunar orbit, according to NASA. Then I will show you NASA's image from Epic. I like how we forgot the parentheses there. Alright, so this right here is a photo from Apollo 17. You can actually get the official photos from NASA. So, I mean, this is legit a photo. It's actually a selfie from the moon, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, I guess this is footage from the moon looking at the Earth. another angle. This time, the moon. I'm not understanding where he's going with this. All right, more text. Field of view that Epic sees. The Epic instrument has a field of view of 0.62 degrees, which is sufficient to image the entire Earth, which has a nominal size of 0.5 degrees. You know this motherfucker did not come up with this himself. He copied this directly off of some kind of website. Because of the tilted liciduous, that's right, liciduous orbit about the L1 point, the apparent angular size of the Earth changes during the 6-month orbital period from 0.5 to 0.53 degrees. I don't understand the problem here. Okay, let's see. Earth is seen from the DSCOVR spacecraft with the Epic instrumentation. Lagrange point is 1.5 million kilometers. Moon is 384,400 kilometers. Still waiting for the point to get here. It's on the slow bus. It's on that fucking short bus that they always have running. Come on now. You can speed up and get there a little bit quicker. My grandmother drives faster than this. What the fuck, man? Alright. So it's the Apollo 17 thing. It's the one from the, I guess they're lifting off of the moon. Oh, okay, here's the point. It doesn't add up. Which one is a lie? 2 plus 2 is not coming out to 4. NASA, please explain. All 3 official images. So which is fake? Apollo images, 2015. Discover Epic images. Okay, they're not. I'm guessing here. The only thing that I can come up with as to why he thinks these are fake is that the moon is seen as so much smaller than the Earth in comparison to the Apollo 17 images, in which the moon seems to be bigger. Okay, so basically this comes down to a couple of things. One is the focal length of the lens. You see, the focal length of the lens on the Apollo 17 images there on the left, they actually had a few different cameras that they brought up with them. They had 3 70mm lenses and 2 60mm lenses, and then 1 500mm lens. So they had a bunch of different lenses. If you don't know how focal length works, basically focal length is the point at which the light coming into whatever kind of aperture you got, it's where it crosses or whatever. Let's see. I've got some notes written down here. Let's see. Using the appropriate focal length, you can get the background to appear much smaller because you're focusing on your foreground, something close. If you want to focus on something far away, you will need a larger focal length. Focal length refers to the point where the light rays combine in the lens. See? Smaller focal lengths are for foreground pictures, and larger focal lengths are for objects in the distance. The Earth could have been enlarged, but that would have made a selfie on the moon a bit, pointless. All right, so that's focal length, and then you also have perception or perspective. That's basically them being on the moon. Of course, looking back at the Earth is going to appear smaller because they're farther away. The perspective from the Discover or the Epic images there, they're taken from pretty far back, so you really can't grasp how far the moon is from the Earth. What this boils down to is an argument from ignorance, basically. Because he's ignorant of how focal length works. He's ignorant of the equipment that was taken to the moon. He's ignorant of how perspective works. And that's basically what this boils down to, is just him being too ignorant to understand those concepts to be able to explain why in the one picture the Earth is so much larger than the moon, and in the other one, the Earth seems so small. It's all about, the cameras and how they were taken, taking the pictures. They were focusing on the foreground, not on the background. They could have focused in on the Earth, but, of course, would have made shit pointless. So, just focal length and perspective. That's That's fucking all it is. I don't understand these conspiracy people. Like, they don't bother to research. Like, seriously, I saw this video and I was like, okay, well, this, let me research some things that I know about, like, cameras and, like, pictures. That would be perspective and focal length. Like, those things are what explain this. And it's really sad that they can't, like, just do a simple Google search and learn some stuff. Like, it really is kind of sad that he has to resort to this argument from ignorance. And then you've got which you can't really tell it, but if you look at the witch, it's what here what here is fake. I really shouldn't rag on him about misspellings though, because I mean I misspell stuff all the time. It's just kind of funny because I mean he went through all the work to put this into a video form, you know? So there you go. Flat, the moon has been exposed to be fake. Well, the moon landings have been exposed to be fake because he's too ignorant to do basic research on the principles of what explains those images. You gotta love the argument from ignorance out of some people because it really does highlight how freaking lazy they are. I can't believe it. Like, I get that sometimes I get things wrong, but when I'm demonstrably wrong, I change. Like, for instance, I've been fucking up a little bit recently with some of my astronomy stuff. Like, for instance, I thought at one point that the Earth's shadow created the moon's phases. That's wrong. It's wrong. The moon phases are created by the rotation around the Earth and the Earth's rotation around the sun and all of that kind of stuff. Just where the moon is when the sun is hitting it is how the moon phases are created. So, I mean, there's that. And I've made many other mistakes before, but I've admitted them. And, the thing is with these conspiracy people is that they don't like to admit their mistakes. They don't like to admit that they're wrong about it. They like to make up things, and they like to keep on with their cognitive dissonance. So, well, guys, I hope you liked watching this video with me. I hope you liked my little trucker impression. If you did, hit the like. Consider sharing this guy out. And don't forget, stand up, use your voice, and I'll see you heathens later.